I haven't seen research lately. It used to be true that the average tenure of a president was 5 to 7 years. Have you run across anything? Is that still true?
No, actually, it's a little longer now. I just reviewed some literature put out by AACC. They just did a study. I think they're saying somewhere around 8.5 years now, the average president staying. And along those lines, if I can ask you a question, after I reviewed that literature, I thought about you and the statement that you made in regards to gender in your book. What recommendations would you provide, or what kind of advice would you give to a female trying to get into the presidency now, especially in light of AACC saying that the average president now, they're still older white males and they're staying longer? What kind of advice can you give us?
Be patient. Oh, you know, I have seen a change. I'm pleased to say that when I first became a president, I was usually the only female in the room, or one of 2 or 3 maybe. You know, in Connecticut now, 8 of the 12 presidents are women. Yeah. In community colleges, it has been more possible for women to move into the presidency. So that's a good thing. But when you think about it this way, yes, there may be 1,300, or how many community colleges are there now? 1,300 and some. So that's a lot of opportunity. And a lot of those old white males aren't going to last much longer. They're retiring. We have one retirement this year. We're going to have another one we just had a retirement. We've got another one in June. There are going to be 1 or 2 next year, and 1 or 2, because we're all about the same age, so we're on our way out. So there are going to be opportunities.
You say the average age of a president is
probably in the 50s. Yeah, so there's time. There's time. So be patient, and meanwhile get as many experiences as you can and get in those networks. If you go to AACC, go to some of those presidential leadership workshops, or go to HERS, or go to the Harvard leadership thing. What you're doing now, this is wonderful. Put this on your resume. The National Institute for Leadership Development at AACC is changing format somewhat, but there are still many opportunities like that. You need to meet people, and that's one way. Having a mentor is another good way. Somebody who will nominate you for positions, or somebody who will inform you about them. I would have never applied for the Berkshire Community College job if I hadn't had a mentor who called me and said, "Guess what? I think you ought to apply for this job." And I said, "You're crazy." He said, "Trust me."
Was that an internal mentor or external?
External.